Wardrobe for the Bass Tour Anglers podcast provided by Koppel Outfitters. Go have an adventure. Visit them online at www.koppeloutfitters.com and on social media at Koppel Outfitters.
Chasing man, you show us how.
Nice frog fish this morning. he choked it. What is it about a frog bite? There is a beautiful violence about catching a big bass on a heavy power 8-foot rod with a high-speed reel spooled with heavy braid. It reminds me of the beautiful violence of a punch bite. The rod is the same, an 8-foot Gary Klein Ducket Fishing Pro Series flip stick. The reel is the same, a Ducket Fishing Paradigm CWX Series with an 8:3-to-1 gear ratio. The line is the same, soft steel braid, 65-pound test, and the hook set is the same, a violent, over-the-top, drive home that hook swing. The bite is different. With a punch bite, I almost always set the hook based upon the feel. With a frog bite, I see the blow up before I ever feel it. Are you like me? When frog season starts, I always get quite a few frogs right back in my face because I swing on sight. When I calm down and wait for the feel, that's when I get them. So it seems like when frog season starts, I always go through that first several swings and misses. A lot of times I get the frog right back in my face. And then when I get my composure and I see the blow up and I wait for the tug and then I set, well, that's when the magic starts to happen. Hello everybody, welcome to Tour Talk for the week of August 2nd. Tacticam Fisheye Cameras makes this podcast possible. Tacticam, this is the company that offers high-resolution action cameras for about half the price of what the competition charges. Tacticam also has a full lineup of accessories, including a replaceable lens system that allows you to go from a standard lens to a wide-angle 180-degree lens or to a mini zoom. If you are new here, please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave us a comment if you're so inclined. We're proud to announce that the Western Fishing Network, our parent company, is now the Western representative for ducket fishing. You know these guys, the strongest pro staff in all of tournament bass fishing, and a lineup of rods, reels, and baits designed and developed by these very same pros. If you have any questions about the ducket fishing lineup of pro-driven products, send us a DM on Instagram, or go to our website, basstouranglers.com, send us an email, and we will get right back to you. A lot of things going on this week. We still haven't heard from the BASS Elite Tour on whether they will cut 23 anglers from the Elite Series next year. Hey, Bass, don't do it. There's no need to reduce the field of anglers that are funding their own prize pools. Let your field increase next season. Allow the paybacks to get a little better and keep these dreams alive. On the other hand, the National Professional Fishing League has announced that they are accepting applications for their tour next year. The NPFL set out to have a field of 125 anglers on its tour in its inaugural season. This year, they managed to have 106. This means that next year, they'll be looking for about 19 more pros to fill out their field. The NPFL has a live broadcast of every event. The NPFL has a studio team that provides up-to-the-minute coverage. The NPFL has cameras in the boats and on-the-water commentary. The NPFL allows a pro to showcase their boat and their title sponsor at every weigh-in. The NPFL, they're coming. Hey, Bass, do you really expect the 23 anglers that you are thinking about cutting from the Elite Series next year to just go back to BASS Open Purgatory? You don't really expect them to try to requalify, do you? Do you really expect these pros to go backwards in their careers? The NPFL has openings and they are growing. And Bass, some of these guys that you're thinking about cutting have sponsor exemptions that will get them into the Major League Fishing Pro Circuit Tour next year. Hey Bass, don't do it. Don't cut these guys. Speaking of BASS, have you looked at the Northern Open's Angler of the Year race? While there is still one event to go, there are some familiar names at the top of this list. Brandon Polinick is leading the Northern Open Angler of the Year race. If he continues to stay in the top 3, he will double qualify for the Elites next year. Does that help an existing Elite Pro stay with the Tour next year? And who's in that second position? Well, it's Mike Iaconelli. What do you know? He has a Legends exemption and can return to the Elite Series anytime he wants. Is he trying to earn a spot the way Greg Hackney did last year? If you watched the Major League Fishing Big 5 Pro Circuit event at the St. Lawrence River this week, you might have seen 2 pros fishing from the same boat. Try to keep up here. Helena, Alabama's John Canada had his boat break down on him during the middle of a crucial Day 3 round. Canada was on good fish and was in line to make the top 10 field for that final day. Canada was able to flag down fellow pro Eric Luzik, who is from Ontario, Canada. And Luzik allowed Canada to transfer his fish into Luzik's boat, and the two finished off their day fishing together out of Luzik's boat. Whatever your view on karma is, Canada was able to make the Day 4 top 10, and Luzik earned himself a $10,000 check for finishing 44th in the event. The gesture is yet one more example of the good people that make up these tours, and it's another reason why I find the sport to be so compelling. This segment is brought to you in part by Swim Baits Plus. Are you looking for that hard-to-find swim bait? Are you looking for that impossible rare color? Are you looking for great prices? Visit them on Instagram at @SwimBaitsPlus. There were 3 Pro Tour events this week. Let's take a look at these right now. First of all, on the Major League Fishing Pro Circuit, they had the final event of the season, Stop 6 at the St. Lawrence River. Congratulations to Cody Pike. He has an amazing 4 days, a total of 82 pounds, 12 ounces for his 20 fish. He weighs in 1907 on day 1, 2202 on day 2, 19 pounds on day 3, and he comes from behind to win on day 4 with 22 pounds and 3 ounces. Just an amazing, amazing week for Cody Pike. Matt Steffen finishes in second place with 81 pounds for his 20 fish. Joey Cifuentes, who led the event after 3 days, had a tough day, only weighed in 12 pounds, 5 ounces on day 4 and finished in third place. He had a really, really great tournament. Day 1, 24 pounds, 5 ounces. Day 2, 18 pounds, 14 ounces. Day 3, 24 pounds, 2 ounces. But on day 4, he struggled. He only caught 12 pounds, 5 ounces, and he finishes third. But a great tournament for him for sure. In fourth place, Scott Dobson with 78 pounds, 6 ounces over 4 days. And finishing in fifth place, John Canada. He has 76 pounds, 11 ounces over his 4 days of fishing. The Major League Fishing Big 5 Pro Circuit Angler of the Year results are final. Finishing in first is Michael Neal. What a great season he's had, 1,124 points. Finishing in second, Skeet Reese with 1,107 points. In third place, Ryan Salzman with 998. Fourth place, Justin Lucas, 993. Fifth place, Cole Floyd with 984. The top 10 included 5 Bass Pro Tour anglers. Really cool this year to see all these Bass Pro Tour anglers fish the pro circuit. I just think it adds great legitimacy to the tour. Not that the tour lacked legitimacy before, But when you get those heavy hitters in there, it just makes for better tournaments. As a fan, you got to love that. Now, what does all that mean as far as Bass Pro Tour qualification for next year? We're still waiting to hear that. There are a number of pros that are going to move from the Bass Pro circuit into the Bass Pro Tour next year. We're just going to have to wait and see how all those numbers crunch out. There's a lot of numbers that have to be crunched, and it's 2-year averages and things like that. So we'll have to wait and see how that all rolls out. There was also a BASS Northern Open. This is the second of the 3 Northern Opens that took place this week at Lake Oneida in New York. Congratulations to Bill Perkins. He wins the 3-day event with 52 pounds, 3 ounces. He weighed 18.11 on day 1, 17 pounds on day 2, 16 pounds, 8 ounces on day 3. Very solid days for Bill Perkins. Finishing in second is AJ Slagona Jr. He weighs in 50 pounds, 2 ounces over the course of 3 days. Sam George finishes in third with 49 pounds, 8 ounces. Mike Iaconelli finishes in fourth place with 47 pounds, 10 ounces. Mike, what are you going to do? Are you coming back to BASS? What are you going to do? We'll have to wait and see. And finishing in fifth place is Lucas Murphy. He weighs 46 pounds, 13 ounces over the course of his 3 days of fishing. And finally, there was a Wild West Bass Tour event that took place in Washington State at the Columbia River. Columbia River is well known to be a big smallmouth factory, but largemouth also did play a role in this week's event. Congratulations to Ronald Mace. He weighs in 58 pounds. Remember, the Wild West Tour uses hundredths. So Ronald Mace weighs 58 pounds, 33 100ths over the course of 3 days. Travis Whitney finishes in second with 52 pounds and 47 100ths. Gene Beatty finishes in third with 47 pounds and 17 100ths. Michael Mikowski finishes in fourth with 47 pounds, 13 100ths. And finishing in fifth is David Crom with 44 pounds and 75 100ths.
Change. It's inevitable. To improve, you must adapt. The sport is evolving. A paradigm shift is a fundamental change of basic concepts. Don't get left behind. Introducing Paradigm. Paradigm Reels by Duckett Fishing. Pro-driven.
Taking a look at the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year, familiar face up at the top, we still have Dakota Hebert, having fished 17 events with 754 points, leading. Michael Neal, who has fished 12 events this season, is in second place with 557 points. John Cox, who has fished 18 events this season, is in the number 3 spot. He has 526 points. Skeet Reese is in fourth, having fished 12 events this season. He has 509 points. Ryan Salzman is in fifth place. He's fished 11 events. He has 490 points. Jimmy Washam is in sixth. He's fished 10 events. He has 489 points. Brandon Polinick is in seventh place. He's fished 11 events, 461 points. Cody Meyer is in eighth place, 17 events this year that he's fished. He has 460 points. In ninth place is Patrick Walters. He has fished 13 events. He's got 457 points. And in 10th place, Bobby Lane. He's fished 12 events, and he has 424 points. Now, what is the Bass Tour Anglers Podcast Angler of the Year? You might ask that. We are following 63 different events, and we are keeping track of these events and keeping track of the points, and we compile points after every tournament. If you want to find out more about this, go to our website, BassTourAnglers.com. On our website, we have all of our YouTube content. We have all 11 episodes of our podcast, and these episodes are multi-interview episodes. So we've got 11 episodes, but there's something like 70 interviews there for you to take a look at. We've also got every one of our Tour Talk posts that we've done. If you want to go back and catch up on some of those, you're certainly welcome to do so. And then we've got our Bass Tour Anglers podcast information. First of all, we have the criteria and how we score every event. We also have all of our events listed and all of the results listed there as well. And most importantly, we have our top 10 listed there. And we also have a link to our entire list, all 1,900 and some anglers that have fished in Pro Tour events this year. They're all listed there on our website. Again, the website is basstouranglers.com. Stop on by. If you want to ask us a question or leave us a message, there's a link to an email there. We'd certainly like to hear from you. Looking at the Pro Tour schedules for this week, we have one event. That is the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour Stage 6 at Lake Champlain. This week figures to be another northern smallmouth event. However, we may see largemouth figure in the final results before all is said and done. That's going to do it for Tour Talk this week. Thanks for being with us. Until next time, keep those live vests zipped and clipped. Be safe and keep on fishing.
Young man, take a look at me now.